Well, what's going on, everybody? And welcome back to JDTV. I'm your host, Josh, and we are back for a watch-along tonight. A watch-along of the Canadian Championship final between Forge and Toronto. It was the match that never happened. This game was supposed to be taking place back in 2020, and we finally have the opportunity to get it going today. So hopefully you guys are at home. You're going to enjoy the match. You're going to watch the game. It should be a fun one. There's a couple of nice little storylines behind this one because, because of COVID, it was one of those opportunities where this match just simply wasn't able to be played. And if memory serves correctly, the opportunity to Forge went to the hosting rights because they traded. So the CONCACAF Championship place went to Toronto. So I believe that's what happened there in the trade-off. But regardless, hopefully you guys are excited. The starting 11 is out. If you guys want to talk about the match, of course, there's some news around Canadian soccer right now. So if you guys want to get those questions in there, I'm sure that we can address those as well. But yeah, without further ado, the starting 11's out there, and hopefully we can just sit back and enjoy a nice little match tonight because I'm excited. And let me know who you're cheering for. Let me know who you are cheering for. I low-key am kind of hoping that TFC take it. But that is just me. I want to see, I don't know. I just want to see. Yeah, I do. I want to see Forge win it. I want to see Forge win it. First CPL side to ever win this competition. I think they would be deserving winners, and they traded off. They gave up a CONCACAF Champions League place for the hosting rights. So get your guys' thoughts and predictions in as well. But we have a comment already. But I'm just going to quickly switch my Wi-Fi, guys. So I will be back in 2 seconds. All right. I think that was pretty painless. Switch to the 5G because, Wi-Fi is not holding up pretty well. But we got our first comment of the day from Hamilton, but always been a TFC fan. This means a W for me either way. That's fair. That's fair. Let me know, guys. Get your guys' thoughts and predictions in. Let me know who you're cheering for, and let me know who you think is going to take this one. I kind of want Forge to win, but I don't think that they're going to. I think TFC is going to take it. I'm going to go with a 2-1 prediction as well. I think Luke's already commented that in there as well. Game starts in about 10 or so minutes over on One Soccer. Luke says, let's go. 2-1 for TFC. I got the same prediction. Canada lost to Panama. No. Canada's going to use Panama as a good opportunity to get ready for the World Cup. But yeah, man, there has been some annoying things that has happened lately with our Canadian men's national team and the Canadian Soccer Association. I'm sure a lot of you guys have saw that. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Apparently, the Canadian men's national team did not take the field on Friday to practice. There's been an argument in terms of the percentages and where the money is going to go in the World Cup, and yeah, just not very pleasant scenes. But we can get into that if you guys want to. And yes, I see a comment on it already. But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts on this. Thoughts on the Canadian men's national team not showing up to practice on Friday because of player compensation. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. It's frustrating. It's been such a beautiful ride watching the Canadian men's national team thrive to where it got to. And then now all of a sudden you just see these cracks just starting to happen in these very avoidable situations that are going on. And it's ridiculous. It came to the point where the players weren't going to practice. They're the ones that are bringing in the money. They're the ones that got them to the World Cup. Give the players what they deserve, especially after taking a look at what the U.S. and their players are getting. Very frustrating for the Canadian men's national team players. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's a lot. I saw a lot of comments today. People were tweeting me and saying, yeah, this is typical. This is typical Canadian Soccer Association. So, I mean, I don't know, man. It's frustrating. I really hope that the match and everything goes ahead as planned because it would be catastrophic if it didn't. It would be downright ridiculous if it didn't, but I don't think it's not. I'm not overly worried about that, but hopefully you guys are joining us today. Be sure to drop a like, say hello in the chat, get those predictions in. We got a 5-0 prediction in there. Let's hope not, man. I'm hoping for a good final. And let me know in the comments if you guys think that this final matters. Do you care if you're a TFC fan? Do you care to kind of get your season a little bit back on track? Or do you not really care? If you're a Forge fan, I'm assuming you care. This is a huge, huge opportunity. As you guys know, Forge is my local team, so it's the closest team to me. So I've got the Forge hat backwards because, we're not showing bias here, but I'm low key going for Forge. But in all honesty, I think Forge will win by multiple goals. Well, let's take a look at the starting 11 for you guys today. It's a decent one for TFC. I mean, it looks like they're going with probably the 4-2-3-1s, but it's showing a 4-3-3 here. Westberg's in net. Thompson, McNaughton, Salcedo, Petrasso. I mean, it's a decent back four. It's looking better than what it's been. You got Bradley in there as well. Posuelo will be someone. Nelson. You got Akinola back in there, the man who's on the thumbnail today. And, of course, Jimenez up front as striker. And Forge, I mean, you got the story of Morgan and Becker in there. You got Borges, Chouanier. I'm assuming Terran Campbell's going to play through the middle in a 4-3-3. I just think that Footmob just, has it all over the place. But I'm assuming Terran Campbell's going to be playing at the striker with Chouanier and Borges to either side. Hojao Raport's in there, a special player that I'm going to be keeping a little eye on. But I'm excited for this match, guys, and hopefully you guys are as well. But get in your opinions, man. Also, let me know what your guys' thoughts on the Canadian national team not taking practice on Friday, because a bit of scary news there leading up to what's supposed to be a pretty fun few weeks for us national team supporters. At the game, I was debating whether to go to the game or not, but I decided I'd just stay here and do a watch along from the comfort of my own home with you guys. But I don't know. I think the stadium is pretty packed, if I'm not mistaken. I might regret not going a little bit, but that's okay. We'll get to hang out with you guys as well. We're good. Hey Josh, good to see you. The ball man, how you doing, my friend? Hopefully you're keeping well. Are people celebrating? No. They're not getting as much of the Americans, but less funding, less payment. Yeah, I know, but just it's hard to when you look at your next door neighbors, you see the situation that's going on. It can be a little frustrating, but it's wild between the Iran match and now what's going on here. I mean, it gives you a flashback that just because it seems like everything can be smooth sailing, everything's going to be all hunky dory, and I don't want to use that word, but didn't have another one that came to mind. Things can still happen, and now all of a sudden there's a little bit of a bad taste in the Canadian national team fan camp, the mouth of the fans as well, and I'm a little nervy. I'm curious to see how it's going to basically turn out the next little bit, but yeah, I'm just hoping that everything goes good. The friendlies go on as it is expected to. I mean, I don't think they're going to cancel the Panama game again, and if they do, we're probably in some big trouble. And there's reports that Iran are looking about $10 million in compensation for the cancellation. So really, it's just a bit of a disaster. But I don't know. We'll touch on that throughout the watch along for sure. But for the most part, let's just try to enjoy this Canadian Championship final, the one that never taken place. One other similarity it had to the Copa del Rey when Atletico Bilbao and Real Sociedad were supposed to play. And they made sure that the final went on. And it was a really good final, to be fair. They took it very seriously. I think that Toronto and Forge today will be really gunning for this. I mean, Forge want to be the first CPL side to win. Toronto want to find a way to get, a little confidence going. Their season hasn't been very good, coming off of a tremendously terrible season last season. They want to get back in winning ways. They want to lift some silverware. There's no CONCACAF Champions League place or anything like that on the line, but there's silverware. There's a spot in the history books that 2020 is no longer going to be blank. It's going to be filled by one of these two teams. So I'm expecting it to be a pretty exciting match. Hopefully a pretty good one as well. And hopefully you guys are at home as well. So if you're tuning in today, be sure to let me know where you guys are watching from, who you're cheering for. They put an A team out. Yeah, I mean, I think both sides look pretty strong, to be honest. TFC have every reason to take this seriously. Schaffelberg, Chung are on the bench, but in all honesty, this is as strong as a lineup as I'd probably say you're going to get. Curious to see how McNaughton's going to do returning, taking on Forge, where he won the championship at Tim Hortons Field. You got Amir Welshman on the bench as well. Pasillas is on there as too, but yeah, I'd say Forges is pretty strong as well. It's going to be a good little matchup. We got our watch along tomorrow as well, guys, for the Canada game. Should be a fun one. That's good. I got tickets to the Iran and it got canceled, and now I got tickets to the Panama game. And if this gets canceled, I'm going to be cheesed. I'm really hoping it doesn't get canceled, man. I really hope it doesn't. But, yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it will. I don't think it will. But it's not news you want to see happening when leading up. It's not. It's bad news saying the players aren't going to like this is supposed to be a good camp. This is supposed to get the players excited. You want to focus on the World Cup. You don't want to focus about all this little noise on the outskirts. So it is bad news. There's no way around it, but let's just hope they'll turn it around, I guess. We're going to have to wait and see. Why are the Canadian games being canceled? Political reasons is the reason why the Iran match got canceled. And the Panama ones, there's no indication it's going to get canceled. It's just the players refuse to take the pitch on Friday because there's a bit of a disagreement, man. So, yeah, I mean, Yeet Eat's here. Yeet Eat, I need to remind you, man, I won our bet. Me and Yeet Eat had a bet at the beginning of the season that, can't even remember his name. He's so irrelevant. Josh Sargent wouldn't score more than 5 goals in the Premier League. And I won that bet, Yeet Eat. You owe me $20. But you thinking Julio Show is having a fun time in Canada's camp? I heard they got, yeah. Hey, I mean, you do owe me $5. I'm not taking that away from you, but you're not wrong. I mean, this can't be good. Luca Julio Show has got to be like, what did I just walk into? With the amount of unbelievably frustrating turn of events that have happened in the last little bit. I mean, he's got to be like, what is going on? Like, it's not a professional look. It's not an organized look. And then if you're looking right next door, where you could potentially play as well and seeing how they're getting compensated, it's a little nerve-wracking, guys. It's a little nerve-wracking. But if you guys are just joining us today, be sure to drop a like, say hello in the chat. Let me know if you were impressed with my bet with Yeet Eat. Come on, you knew Josh Sargent wasn't gonna score more than 5 goals. That was an easy bet for me. But the game's getting ready. Kickoff is coming soon. Got Robbie working the Caps game, but keeping a close eye on this one. Robbie, hope you're doing well today. Enjoy the Caps game tonight. They're on pretty good form as well. So, I mean, hopefully they can keep that going. But, yeah, I think this is an interesting game. That's why I was just trying to get on a scale of 1 to 10, guys, in the comments, how seriously are you taking this match? How seriously are you taking this match? On a scale of 1 to 10. Do you think it's a glorified friendly? Do you think it matters? Do you think there's something on the line? How seriously are you taking this match? Scale of 1 to 10. I'm going to say an 8. I'm going to say an 8 because, again, I think the Canadian Championship is a big deal. I think both teams are going to want to win. Toronto, for many reasons, they need to get back to winning ways. They need to show why they're one of the best in Canada. And then Forge, because this is their opportunity to make a little splash in the Ontario soccer area here, because this is yeah, it would be cool. I should have maybe went to the game, but it's all right. We'll have some fun here with you guys. Hopefully we have some Forge fans tuning in because I feel like this is going to be a big opportunity for them. There's only one real Champions League, and it was played in Europe. This isn't the Champions League. I mean, there's the CONCACAF Champions League. This is not the Champions League, but regardless. Our Rangers fan is not having it. Fred needs to chill. I predict a great future for McNaughton, my fave surprise this year. I'm curious to see if he's going to get a look at the Canadian national team. Dual national in there as well. I think if he can keep up performances, get a little bit more consistency going at Toronto. I mean, there's an opening, man. There is definitely an opening for the Canadian national team in the future for the center back position. So hopefully something will happen there. I don't think he's going to actually deliver on the super chat. Yeah, what do you think, E? You going to give me that $20 we had in that bet? But someday, all right, I'll hold you to it. It's okay. You don't have to pay me. It's all good. But I like that you acknowledge that I won the bet. Robbie said he would say an 8 as well in terms of importancy today, guys. I can think by the stands. I mean, it was an interesting bet way back in where the CONCACAF Champions League positions were going up. Toronto said, hey, we will allow you to host this game one day in exchange for us having the CONCACAF Champions League spot. Forge accepted, and hopefully we'll get it looks like this packed. It's the most packed I've seen Tim Hortons Field in a long, long time. So hopefully a lot of fans are out there enjoying this one. TFC's lineup says that they're taking it seriously. So does Forge's. So this should be a good one. So get your score predictions in, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pretty big deal for Canada Soccer Club. It is. The Asian Champions League. Yeah. TFC has everything to lose. I agree. It's the last thing that they need. They had an atrocious season last year. There's no getting around that. They've been pretty poor. They had a decent little start, but they've really fallen off. You got Michael Bradley, Kyle Becker shaking hands today. This should be a fun one. I'm curious, man. I'm going for Hamilton. I'm going for my hometown club. I got to do it. You guys can't see it, but man, the Forge hat is on. It's backwards. But I think Toronto will be a tough year. I personally think that they want this. Forge has everything to gain. You nailed it, my man. I signed in just so I could block this red button person. I put him in a quick timeout. There you go. Hey, I call it football too, but we're a Canadian chat, so I'm sticking with my stubborn country. There you go. Michael Bradley hat trick for me coming in. I like it. Michael Bradley hat trick. I don't know if I'm looking here. If I'm gonna pick one player from each side that I think's gonna score tonight. I'm picking Terran Campbell. I just got a feeling. I'm going with the two on the thumbnail, man. I'm going Terran Campbell. I'm going Akinola. Those are my two who I think is gonna score tonight. Yeah, but if our boy Red is still tuning in, he's still welcome at the chat. I just thought it'd be funny to put him in a little timeout. He was not having some of the soccer chat that we were doing here as Canadians. We got a prediction coming in 3-1 for TFC. I think that's a fair prediction. Michael Bradley never scores, but when he does, it's a banger. Julian was excited. Michael Bradley is a GOAT. Evening, Josh. How's it going? It's going good, my friend. Hopefully you're doing well. Let me know if you're tuning in for this one. I'm genuinely excited. I actually am. We got a watch along tomorrow coming up too for the Panama match. Hopefully the Canadian Soccer Association can figure their crap out and not have to go deal with this, but I digress. We'll get into that maybe at halftime. We can dive into what is going on there. But today it's all about Forge. This is a huge opportunity for them and TFC to just show that, hey, we're still kings of Ontario right now. But Bobby Schmidiotis is in there with the beautiful beard as well. This is going to be an exciting one. I'm excited. I really am. I'm excited. This is an interesting one, man. It's simply the game that was never played. And if you keep an eye on La Liga, you know that they did a very similar thing with Real Sociedad and Atletico Bilbao because it's the Basque Derby. They wanted to be able to play each other. So they held off. They played it when they were able to. And that's kind of what we're seeing here. Although they've played their match before the following one, but we already did the 2021 version. So we're doing the 2021, a little out of order, but that's fine. But I'm doing well. And we're about to get to kick off here. TFC are going to lead us off. If you're just joining us, be sure to drop a like, guys. Drop a sub if you're new to the channel. Get your predictions in. And just let me know how you're doing. And let me know where you're tuning in from. Anyone from Hamilton? Anyone from Toronto? I know we have someone tuning in from England already, but we're underway. Let's see if I can get the live ticker up for you guys. Because if I can't, then you're gonna be looking at the starting 11. But it should pop up. At the very least, you got the time there. I'll see if it pops up. I'll give it a sec. We got the 0-0. You got, you know. That's not bad. That's okay. We'll do that for now. But we are underway. Watching the Jamaica-Suriname match, and we'll change as soon as it gets to halftime. Ooh, keep me updated with that match. That should be a decent one. Honestly forgot that one was on tonight. We're gonna do a little peek at the starting 11. I want to go see who's playing for Jamaica tonight. Suriname, Jamaica. That should be an interesting one. Doesn't even show the starting 11. Come on, Fumo. What are you doing? Well, never mind. But I am going to see if I can. No. All right. So they're not doing the live ticker. So we're just gonna chill with the thing like this. So hopefully that's good enough for you guys. I think it looks decent. And here we are, underway. Jimenez for 2. Pozuelo gets 1. 3-1 TFC, even though I'm a fellow. Oh, you're from Hamilton, my man. Tuning in from Hamilton, but yeah, I mean, again, that's my Closest professional team to me is Hamilton. I've been to many, many games. But this is going to be an intriguing one. I don't know. They had a really bad performance in the Canadian Championship this year against CF Montreal. But I mean, CF Montreal is a much better team right now than Toronto is. But I'm hoping that they're going to have a better performance. I truthfully am. Because I think Forge will just have that little extra in them tonight to do something here with a decent ball already. McNaughton has had success on Tim Hortons field. Nice little flick up. Let me know what you guys are feeling about the Panama match tomorrow, guys. You guys think Canada are going to be heavy favorites in that one as well? Michael Bradley hat trick, yellow card, giving the ball up at the box, leading to a goal the other way, giving up a corner unnecessarily. Wow. Julian Smith has got it nailed on. If I could put money on that, I think I would. Minus the hat trick, but giving the ball away, definitely. Fun fact, Jamaica lost 6-0 to a fake national team last month. They did. I don't know if you guys, I was really pushing. I was trying to, I mean, not that, anyone cares what I like soccer, anyone from Soccer Canada cares what I think, but I was really trying to push for a friendly against Catalonia. That's obviously a region of Spain that they play. I knew they play national teams, same as Basque County. They play a bunch over there as well. They're a good team. I mean, Gerard de la Fleo, Cucurella, like they had a really good team. They pumped a half-rated Jamaican team 6-0, but that would have been a decent little friendly to try to get creative with it. But no, it never never happened, to be honest. And I doubt it was ever a possibility. So they settled on Panama, obviously, but Jay Nelson with the ball. Poor pass from Jimenez. But yes, I don't know. Let me know if you would have liked to see Canada take on Catalonia over Panama. I would have. I guarantee that Catalonia side looks like a better team than Panama, but maybe that's a little harsh. I don't know. Watching from Kenya. Very cool. Didn't realize that you were tuning in from Kenya, my friend. It's not bad. I'm tuning in from somewhere near Hamilton. I'm about 45 minutes away from Hamilton. So let me know where you're tuning in for. Yeet, where are you tuning in from, my man? I'm assuming you're in the U.S., but I just have no idea where whereabouts you're from. Calling football soccer is offensive to an Englishman. Our boy Red's back. Red, how you doing? Did you watch the England game today? I didn't watch it, but I saw that they lost 1-0 to Hungary, so that could not have been a good little match there. Catalonia really should get recognized by FIFA. I don't know about that. I don't know. I'm torn. I mean, they could clearly put together a pretty solid side. I don't get why they do friendlies if they're not like a recognized. I don't really get it. There's a few different. I don't even have to call them places that put together national teams like that. But Catalonia always intrigued me like that. But I think it'd be so weird if they just broke away from Spain. Took a lot of really talented players with them. Catalonia is genuinely better than Panama. They have La Liga players. They have a bunch. I'm pretty sure everyone who's on that Catalonia side basically play. I'm pretty sure like could play or have played in La Liga, or like they're still playing at a very high level. But Chouanier gets taken down from behind here. Free kick coming up for Hamilton. Very dangerous looking one as well. But Yeet's tuning in from Oklahoma. Nice. Catalonia would have to make split from Spain to have their own team. Yeah. I just don't know. I mean, it'd be pretty surprising. I don't know why. I mean, it would hurt Spain quite a bit. But I know that I don't know the whole ins and outs of that, but I know that there's obviously definitely some beef brewing, I guess, and Catalonia want to see that. But we got a dangerous free kick coming up. It's Kyle Becker standing over it. Kyle Becker against his former club. This could be an interesting one if you can bury this. Or Tristan Borges. It is Borges. It's a good save. Really good save. Nice little turn. That was a decent hit. I'm visiting my mom, who I haven't seen in 3 years, from London. Well, I hope you're enjoying yourself, man. Heading on over to Kenya. I mean, I'm sure that was quite the travel to get there, but Why would anyone with a Rangers crest care what English people think? Say, I knew he was English, but he likes Rangers. Me and Red, we go way back. We go way back. But Hamilton's definitely been the better side so far. A lot of chances. They're bringing the pressure on. What's happening for Canada soccer today? Oh, man. Just things are going bad to worse. Oh, that's a good little ball. Morgan takes a hit. I don't know if he's offside. He was. But yeah, let me know in the comments, guys, if you guys saw what was happening today. Apparently, the Canadian national team players didn't take to the field on Friday. Didn't want to practice the agreement. They're looking for somewhere to get paid between 40%, but it's, I guess they're getting offered 10. I don't know. It just seems like a whole shit show, to be honest. Really bad timing, especially after the Iran match. Like, this camp has just been a disaster. Makes me very nervous for a player like Luka Kolyosho, a very talented young player coming in here and just seeing this mess that's happened so far after such an incredible months, man. Like, incredible months where this national team has took world notice to be dealing with the same old stuff we used to deal with. It's pretty frustrating. So I'm curious to see how this potentially plays out. But yeah, not the news that you want leading up to the friendly against Panama, and then of course a couple Nations League matches. But if you guys are just tuning in, be sure to say hello in the chat, guys. Let me know who you want to win this one. That's a nice, and I'll get a little hit there from Tristan Borges. Good little shot there. Westberg should be the number one, much better on the ball. Yeah, he's a much better keeper in my opinion than Bono. I mean, I don't know how. I think he's been starting the last couple matches in the MLS as well. So I'm pretty sure that starting role is falling back in his favor right now. Nice little ball. Man, Forge is just peppering TFC so far. Really good start for them. Looks a little noisy there as well. Chouanier on the ball. Who is Canada got in the World Cup group? We have Morocco, Belgium, and Croatia. And if you guys kept an eye on their last friendly, I believe, if I can remember them correctly off the top of my head, Morocco lost 3-0 against the U.S. Belgium lost 4-1 against the Netherlands, and Croatia lost, I think, 3-0 against Austria. So, I mean, man, us Canadian national team fans are keeping an eye on those results. I mean, obviously it doesn't mean anything, but none of the three looked very good in their matches. Really, really didn't. So I'm curious to see, hopefully, a big statement performance against Panama for the national team tomorrow. Get the boys back in gear. Hopefully you guys join us here for the watch along. Keep an eye on how Canada will do. But I don't know. It's been a rough camp. I like to think that the players are just going to put it beside them. But the fact that one of the issues was something directly related to them, that frustrated them, that made them not take the field, it's making me genuinely a little nervous. Hello from Halifax. I'm just chilling, enjoying this as a neutral. Denton, hope you're doing well, my friend. You guys had a good match today. I was working that game on for One Soccer today. I thought you guys were the better team over York and got your deserved PK to bring that one home. And I think I heard there's about 6,000 plus Halifax Wanderers supporters at the stadium. So that's a big number for the CPL. The Halifax fans have done a really, really good job at that. But I appreciate you tuning in today. Let me know if you were at that game, if you went to it, because I don't know, man, 6,000 plus fans. I mean, Halifax has just always done such a good job at pumping up that stadium. Tristan Henry should be called up for the national team, in my opinion. Really? I don't know, man. I don't know. Our depth at the keeper position, I think, is pretty locked down. Tristan Henry's got a lot of mistakes in him. But between Borian, Crépeau, Dane St. Clair, who's been probably hands down the best keeper in the MLS so far, I don't know who else would be able to break into that. You also have Hassal, who's kind of sitting on the outside looking in. But it's an interesting take. Tristan Henry, I don't know. Always a kind of just, there's always a mistake in his game for me. Good CPL keeper, but Croatia aren't the team they used to be. Most of their world-class players have retired. Yeah, I mean, they had a really young-looking squad in that Austria game, and they just got, I mean, everyone was kind of tagging me and saying, "Hey, Josh, look at like they're not old like you thought they were." So yes, maybe they didn't dress their and have their old players even come, whether they're going to feature in the World Cup or not, I don't know. But those young players looked young. They looked inexperienced. They were quite poor, to be honest. So I'm sure it's probably a one-off, but I mean, still, like I don't know. It was a surprising result, 3-0 away in all those matches. Like Belgium and Croatia, they were away and they got handled pretty easily. That still doesn't mean that they aren't threatening. And there's a foul here. Dangerous free kick coming up for TFC. PSG needs a new ball boy. You say that someone say that Jose Mourinho's linked to PSG. Is that true? I'd be surprised if he left Roma. He's done a really good job there so far, sort of. He got them to a 6th place finish from a 6th place finish. But he got them a Conference League, so. Den says 6,224, including me. You were at the game. Nice. Great atmosphere in Halifax, but it's great to see such a big crowd at Tim Hortons Field. Yeah. I don't know what the number is. If anyone's listening to the match or has an idea how many supporters are at today's game, I'd be pretty curious if you want to let me know. But yeah, it looks a little rowdy. I mean, that stadium holds 25,000, so I bet you maybe there's 10 to 15 there. I don't know if anyone wants to know, but there's a very dangerous free kick coming up. Huge opportunity. You're assuming Alejandro Prosuelo is going to take this one on. Let's see what he can do. Oh, right into Kyle Becker's face. They're calling for a pen, but nothing given. Lucas McNaughton misses an absolute sitter. Oh, McNaughton. That's a huge opportunity. It's a really good ball. Petrasso puts that one in. I think McNaughton might have been offside. Yeah, the flag went up anyways. Oh, no. Man, he's been so bad for Chicago this year. I mean, he had a really decent start, but he's had like 3 or 4 terrible games. Now he's linked with Madrid. I don't get it. Still a very young man. 17. What's your prediction for the Wales-Ukraine playoff match? Let me know in the comments, guys. That's a good one. Who do you think is going to make the World Cup between Wales and Ukraine? Honestly, I'm leaning towards Ukraine. I think they have a more well-rounded team. I don't really want to see Gareth Bale rewarded for being an absolute bum the last 4 years or 3 years or whatever it was. I don't know about you guys. I don't know. I mean, yes, he's passionate for Wales. Congratulations, but he's an absolute joke to watch. Taron Campbell does really well. No, that's David Choinière against McNaughton. Forge is getting some good opportunities. Man. This has been a pretty open match 15 minutes in. But yeah, I mean, you got to hope Ukraine as a neutral. I mean, they're going to be the darlings of the tournament if they can qualify in there. Every neutral is going to be like, okay, let's see what this team can do. And they looked so much better than Scotland. They really did. Their keeper looked pretty out there. I thought they got lucky not to concede a couple more, but I don't know. I know Jenkins is going to be disappointed with my answer here, but I don't know. I just don't want to see Gareth Bale get rewarded. I just don't. I don't think he's even been a footballer. Sorry, Rangers fan. I just don't. You're going to act like that. You're going to just suck the passion out of it for me. And then I don't know. He's just been a bum. I just lost a lot of respect for Gareth Bale, so I don't really want to see him get rewarded. Same as Aaron Ramsey. Aaron Ramsey's been just as worse. That's a good ball for Nelson. Against Hujarapur. Oh, Michael Bradley. It's Yeats opportunity. Michael Bradley. Well over. I don't know any of the Ukrainian players, so I'm assuming Wales is going to win. Ukraine's got some pretty solid players. Just to name, I mean, Miranchuk was incredible. He plays at Atalanta. Zivchenko plays for Man City. Miranchuk plays for Benfica. Yarmolenko plays for West Ham. Like, they have and the Ukrainian league's a pretty solid league. Dynamo Kiev was playing a lot of friendlies. So I think they use a lot of their players because of that, because they're actually playing. Most of the other players playing in Ukraine were simply not playing. They didn't. I don't think any of the players from Shakhtar really got a ton of minutes. I know that Kiev had those friendlies. I know Dortmund they played, Fenerbahce. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. As a neutral, I want Ukraine, but I have a feeling it's Wales. See, like I don't know. As a neutral, I mean, I feel like I want Ukraine, but I also think Ukraine. Unless that game just took everything out of them because a lot of their players haven't played. But if you count the Kiev players on that starting 11, I believe 9 out of the 11 are technically playing. If you don't count the Kiev players, then yeah, the number really goes down. But I don't know, man. I think they're the better team. Sure, he's not been good. Yeah. TFC is in a similar boat. Bona Westberg have been great shop stoppers so far. Agree about Bale, the least professional player in the history of La Liga. Yeah, I don't know. I just completely lost all respect for him. And he's and I don't want to take anything away from what he's achieved because I mean he's achieved quite a bit. He's been an incredible player. He's been a world-class player. But I don't know, his actions, the flag, the golfing, I mean it's hilarious, but it's just so unprofessional. And then he comes on and just looks like he's like, okay, I can care for Wales, but I mean, everything I've done for Madrid, they can F off. I don't know. It just rubbed me the wrong way, so I don't really want to see him rewarded. I'd rather see Ukraine. How much this can mean for the country is absolutely insane. You're completely right about Bale. He's been a lazy bum. Plus, Ramsey missed a penalty in the Europa League final. Yeah, Aaron Ramsey's fallen off a truck as well. Brutal player now. That's harsh, but compared to the player he was, I think that's somewhat fair to say. This is a player who had so much quality. Went with Arsenal to Juve. That's a good ball to Tristan Borges. Oh, David Chouanier, and it's a penalty. Oh, Forge is gonna have the big opportunity here. I'm assuming Tristan Borges is gonna take it. You gotta assume. That was David Chouanier winning a penalty for Forge FC. It's a good ball. It was a really good ball. Nice takedown by Chouanier. Gets in front of him. Can't really see on the replay how he got taken out, but it looked, yeah. Petrasso, he clipped him. Got a penalty coming up for Forge, ladies and gentlemen. I knew Forge was going to win this. If you guys are Forge fans, man, be sure to drop a like in the chat. Put a little orange flare in there. As long as Tristan Borges can score this. Borges is my guy from Forge. Met him a few times. Very, very nice guy on and off the pitch. This is a big goal, man. Probably the biggest goal if he scores it in his career. Very nervous times to give Hamilton. Yeah, come on. Oh, he hits the bar. Tristan. Oh no, Tristan Borges. Oh man, that's tough. That is tough to miss a PK like that. Oh man, he sent Westberg the wrong way, but he put it off the crossbar. That's tough. Hamilton still, man, they've been far the better team so far, but missing a penalty like that. Oh, Tristan, man, I wanted him to score that so badly. But they've been such a better team. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Toronto almost looked, I don't know, lost. Their movement's kind of been poor. No real passage of play that's going on. It's kind of whipping balls up and hoping. Hamilton's been pressing better. They just, I don't know, a little bit more urgency, a little bit more drive in this match. And they shouldn't be having the lead. That's a tough way to miss a penalty in the final, man. I'm feeling for Borges there. But they're on attack once again. David Chouanier. Oh, man, that's a tough fight. That's a tough one to miss in the final. Ugh, sad. World class goalkeeping. Yeah, I mean he dove the wrong way. You can't take that away from him. He dove the wrong way. I'm not even a Forge fan. I just like being right. That's fair. That's fair. They're the better team, man. They're definitely the better team right now. They're having a lot of the ball so far. Becker is going to take one on. Josh, what are your thoughts on Dortmund's new signings and the new manager? Love the new signings and love the new manager. I just think they need a proper number 9 coming in. If they get Sebastian Haller, I think they're sitting in a comfortable place. I was there for the disappointing loss against CF Montreal. Oh, good little opportunity. David Chouanier has been dangerous today, man. He's having a really good game. I was there for the loss, and the atmosphere was amazing throughout the match, except for Montreal fans throwing a cup at me. Well, that's good to hear. Darn, I forgot about those guys. Does Ukraine have a good keeper though? I mean, he plays on Dynamo Kiev. I can't remember his name. I want to say Buchanan. It's obviously that's not it. It's something like that. Starts with a B. But I thought he looked terrible. I thought he looked just completely out of form. He was dropping balls. He looked lost. Wasn't coming to challenge. He got lucky in multiple occasions not to concede more. I thought he had anyone else who watched that Ukraine match, let me know if you disagree. I just thought he had a tough go. But look at that place, man. Tim Hortons Field looks pretty packed. It's good to see. Bale can't speak a phrase of Spanish after 10 years. I didn't know that. That's funny. World-class goalkeeping. Okay, I do think that Ukraine's going to win now. No, Borges. Watch my boy is going to go out and score in the second half. Yeah, that was tough, man. That's tough. Missing a penalty in the final just breaks my heart. You're expecting to score. He sends the keeper the wrong way. It's a good penalty. It just simply an inch too high, right off the bar. Does the winner go to the CONCACAF Champions League? No. For anyone who doesn't know about this final, I'm pretty sure this is what I'm remembering. So if anyone thinks I'm wrong, feel free to correct me. But I'm pretty sure back in 2020, TFC and Forge had a deal. And the deal was that Toronto got the CONCACAF Champions League spot for the next season. But this final will be played. And when it's played, it will be played at Tim Hortons Field, which would obviously make Forge a lot of money. So they accepted it. The CONCACAF Champions League spot went to TFC, and this final is now being played back in Hamilton. And look at the amount of fans that are showing up. So it looks like a good little turnout right now. So that was the deal. When was the last time Lunin played? Yeah, actually, that's a good question. I guess he's not considered a starter. I think he played the last or second last La Liga match of the season. I think he played pretty decently. Does he play for Shakhtar? I'm pretty sure he plays for Dynamo Kiev. Ukraine. Let's take a look quickly. Soccer. I could be wrong. Let's take a look. I was pretty sure he played for. So there's Ukraine. Their keeper, Bushkin. If I pronounced that, butchered that probably. Bushkin. Yeah, he plays for Dynamo Kiev. Come on, Yeet. What are you doing? Trying to confuse me. But yeah, I thought he looked pretty bad. I'm surprised Lunin wouldn't get the start. Yes, he's the backup keeper for Madrid, but I mean, at least he's practicing. He got a La Liga game not that long ago. That's a little surprising to me that. And like I said, I thought he looked very, very bad. Toronto's best players are really be American. No. Little opportunity here for TFC and a good save by Henry and Lucas McNaughton trying to get up there to win another silverware here at Tim Hortons Field. Will Canada play tomorrow? It's looking like it, unless I haven't been on Twitter in a bit. It's always about the money, ain't it? Yeah, I'm 99% sure that I'm 99% sure that that the game will be played tomorrow. So if you guys want to catch the watch along, it'll be over here as well. We can tune in and hopefully see a pretty decent little match. But it is a little worrying. It is a little worrying. Thoughts on Brim moving to Sparta Rotterdam? I love it, man. Huge. I was pretty gutted when Eindhoven didn't get promoted because I think Brim deserves to be playing at the Eredivisie level. That's a huge step up. It's a good league to be in. and I think it would give him a shot at competing with the national team. He didn't get the promotion, but guess what? He earned himself a move. So I was really excited about that. We're still focusing on a couple other players. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you follow any of these players or not. But let me know where you'd like to see them potentially go. We have the transfer stories of Kyle Larin, who's on a free right now. Istanbul Besiktas is the number one team I'm hearing. Now, if you know anything about that team, the more research I did, the more I'm skeptical. One, I think he will get the money he's looking for. I think it's a good team, good project. But there's a lot of political issues with that team connected to the Turkish government. On top of that, I've also heard reports that they pay people to show up because they have zero fans. They were once in an 80,000 capacity stadium, and they would get like 100 people showing up. Now their stadium holds about 17,000. They get, I think, about 2,000 to 3,000, and there's rumors that people get paid to show up. I don't know. It sounds like I didn't realize this about the team. I mean, obviously Istanbul, you got Fenerbahce, you got Galatasaray, and you got Besiktas. But I don't know. How would you feel going from playing in front of all those crazy, amazing Besiktas fans to playing in front of fans that aren't actually fans that are getting paid there in a stadium that's empty? So I don't know. The move itself maybe makes sense, but I don't know. That really kind of turned me off of that club. But that's the latest on Kyle Larin. Jonathan David, I don't know. I heard Liverpool kind of coming back afloat, but I don't think any of them are realistic. I just don't think he's going to go to Liverpool, but hopefully I'm wrong. Steven Vittoria still is going to be out of a club right now. Hopefully he lands a job in Portugal. I don't know. I just looked up their Wikipedia page and looked like the guy with more caps, so I was wrong. Yeah, that was, I know who you're talking about. He was Ukraine's number one for a long, long time. He's on Shakhtar. But from what I understand, he's not the starter anymore. I'm pretty sure. Good little opportunity there. Waiting for this one to really open up a little bit, to be honest. It's a good little matchup. Need Forge to wake up here. Come on. We need some goals in this one. Vittoria would do well with the move to the MLS. He fits the mold. Yeah. Lars Simon. I don't know where I'd want to see Vittoria go. I think it'd be kind of nice if he decided to make a move one day to the MLS. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. And this is me just talking with you guys. For some reason, I assume he wants to stay in Portugal. If he can land a gig there, I'm guessing that's probably what he would do. But I mean, who knows? If you've ever been to Portugal, you know it's a beautiful place to live. I don't know how much he's gonna want to go to Canada. Hojau Rapport, that's a good ball. Finds David Schwanier. But yeah, let me know in the comments, guys. Where would you like to see Kyle Larin go? That's the big transfer story for me. Oh, it's that terrible turnover there from Michael Bradley. Who called a Michael Bradley turnover? Oh, that terrible Kyle Becker effort. But let me know where you guys would like to see Kyle Larin go. Because before I read the Istanbul Besiktas nightmare back history about them, I was really kind of rooting for that one. Because I don't think he's going to leave Turkey. That's what my gut's telling me. A lot of it to me seems like... to me, yeah, I don't know. It kind of seems like he wants the money. And it seems like Istanbul Besiktas with their closed books potentially can give him that. I don't know. Doesn't have to be Canada. Could end up at LA, Miami. Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, Vancouver's not a bad place to live. They were recently linked with Chiellini. I mean, you never know. I don't know how bad Galaxy need one. I mean, they got Low playing for Inter Miami, so could obviously use maybe a center back in there. Nice little ball. Kyle Larin headed to Partizan. I have not heard any of those rumors. Are you theorizing, or did you hear any sources or any tweets, something around that? I heard Red Star, but I don't think it was a very I don't think it was a very reliable source from that one quick rumor. The most recent ones I'm hearing is that he the top 5 leagues, the places he wanted to go over there just weren't available. He wants a certain amount of money, and it kind of looks like here comes Akinola. It kind of looks like Laren. I mean, the project that basically is getting put in front of him, in front of Besiktas, is going to give him the money he wants. Is going to give him a 3-year deal. They're going to make him a focal point. And manager's a big fan of him. That's kind of what I'm hearing. But again, man, if you do any research on this team, they're just so, I don't know, man. It just doesn't excite me. It's like playing in front of just people who just are they're not fans. I don't know. It's a very weird team. Kind of like Monaco. If you guys know anything about Monaco. Monaco has good fans, just there's not a lot of them. Their stadiums always have to empty. It's got like 5,000 out of 18. It's embarrassing. Kyle Aaron headed to Galatasaray. I would take Galatasaray because from what I heard, I mean, Turkey seems realistic. It's just, I don't know what the players at Galatasaray have. If there's really an opening for him. I've heard a couple rumors around that they're sniffing around going to one of the probably the most popular team in Turkey. I don't know, but good little opportunity there. Alejandro Pozuelo, good ball. Thompson. Oh, terrible hit. Wishful thinking. Yeah, I heard only other clubs I've really heard lately. I mean, it's Istanbul Besiktas is basically the only club I'm hearing right now. Heard a little bit on Galatasaray, but nothing concrete to even prove that there was interest. And then I heard a very recent rumor about Red Star being interested, but I don't think that's true. I think honestly that was just a random kind of source that was going out there, wishful thinking, I guess, as well. Canadian national team players will be smart and wait until after the World Cup to sign any deals. Make the world take them seriously first. Well, that's the weird thing about this upcoming World Cup is usually it's over summertime, which gives you the opportunity to thrive and get your big money move after that. This World Cup's a lot different. It's a good opportunity here for David Choinière. Oh, David Choinière. Tell me David Choinière can't play in the MLS. The man has looked very, very good tonight. This Forge team, I mean, you swap them with TFC in the MLS, I'm pretty sure that they could probably do just as good as a job. Because I don't know, I think they look the better team. It's been a little bit of sloppy from time to time, but Smirniotis has got these guys playing pretty good. I really thought Jamaica would be way better than what they are. Does anyone have a starting lineup for Jamaica? Anyone can see it? I'm curious to see where they put up. I was looking on FootMob, but I couldn't see a starting 11 or anything for Suriname or Jamaica, which I was very curious. I still can't. But Junior Filming scored. So, but other than that, I just cannot see. "35 minutes in. And this has been an interesting one so far. I personally think that the better team by a good margin has been Forge. They missed a penalty, which is very frustrating. It's a good ball, Akinola. Let me know what you guys think about Akinola. You think he's got a opportunity to come back into the national team anytime soon? Because he was really on the cusp there before he got injured to kind of break his way into the side. Had a really good year with Toronto. There's Jay Nelson, and it never really went his way, which is unfortunate. But I think he's on the outside looking in. I think he's on the outside pretty deeply looking in. I don't think he's got an opportunity anytime soon to get in with the national team, but I don't know. But yeah, that was what we were talking about before was usually when the World Cup's due at the summer, you shine over the summer, you get your big money move, and you head to a new club. But now that it's over in November, I mean, anyone on a free agent right now, like a player like Vittoria or Kyle Larin, I mean, you got to find your next opportunity now of who's going to be biting, who's not going to be biting. And then, I mean, if you blow up in the World Cup, it opens up the door for January. But maybe if you, after the World Cup, you go back to your club and then you're poor up until the World Cup. So it's a lot different this year. So I'm curious to see how it's going to end up playing out. I feel like Akinola's time is coming. Maybe not this year, but it's coming. I gotta say, and it was there. That was the thing, is like his time was there. He was here. He was performing. He was in the national team. Everything was looking good. And then it just, I don't know, just disappeared. That injury took it away. And he's starting to slowly build back up. That's a good ball from Tristan Borges. Oh, it's poor in the end. Taron Campbell. Oh, what a good save by Westberg. Little toe poke there from Taron Campbell. I haven't seen enough of him. I've watched him, but I don't see what everyone else sees in him. I mean, Akinola was really, really good, man. When the MLS his back tournament came on, him and Alejandro Pozuelo just found I don't know, real chemistry. Like, he looked like he was one to snap up from the US. He chose Canada. We were all really excited. It was all, I don't know, it was really, really good time for him. And then the injury happened. It was a serious injury, and it just set him way back. I mean, he doesn't look the player quite yet. I think give him some time. He'll try to get back to the player, obviously, that he was before, but it's got to be frustrating for him. And then the pitcher fell out for the national team, which just sucks. I prefer way more Ugbo than Akinola. Also, Lucas will go to Qatar because of leadership. Yeah, I mean, I think Akinola, I don't think he's getting into this one at all. I mean, if you look at David, you look at Larin, they're lock-ins. I mean, I think Ugbo, with the season he's had at Troyes as well, has really put a case that, I mean, he can push for some starting minutes. And then you got Cavallini, who's not, there's some players that are with the national team that will just always be there. And right now, Cavallini, and he is on good form. Cavallini will be there, and so will Henry. I mean, Henry's not even playing. Really curious to see how this camp's going to be for him. Cavallini now at least is turning his form around. Cavallini's been one of the better players for Vancouver all season, so justifying a little bit of that wage bill that he's taken up, which is good to see. Oh, it's a poor ball. Pozuelo, good ball. Nelson. Good little opportunity here. Poor in the end. It's been a pretty open match. 40 minutes in. We're leading up to halftime. Oh, my man, he got me it. Jamaica's starting 11. Knight, I don't know. King, Thomas, Williams, Bailey, Brown. Don't recognize some of those names. Every time a dual nat switches from America, they get worse. Ochoa, Akinola, Gonzalez. Yeah, I mean, Akinola is definitely tough. I mean, at the time when he committed to Canada, I think he was at obviously his highest in his young career. But man, the injury's really been poor for him. They're difficult injuries. You don't know what type of player you're going to be coming back, and is that injury going to be something that repeats? I don't know. It's still very early to see, but it's good to see him starting matches, getting back on the pitch. Cavallini is a beast. One of my favorite MLS players. So much potential if he can stay healthy. I was a big fan of Lucas Cavallini when he first basically represented Canada. He still has such a good goal scoring record. He did really good work in Liga MX. Came over to Vancouver, and I think he's just been so poor up until this year. I haven't really liked anything he brought to Vancouver. And then all of a sudden this year, you're seeing the reason he's here. Like, he's genuinely been a much, much better player this season. But I mean, he wasn't getting dropped at his worst. So I mean, now that he's at his best, there's no way Herdman's not gonna drop Cavallini. And Cavallini's performances, I think, are probably pretty deserving of a spot. But he's always performed for Canada, and that's been a big point. I don't know why Herdman chose Henry instead of Waterman. It just makes this. Yeah, I mean, Henry is a pure leadership one for me. I mean, again, if you listen to some of the interviews that he talks on, he's definitely an important player to the locker room. He brings experience, he brings leadership. But I mean, he's nothing but a liability on the pitch, and there's just no way around that. Oh, Ja Raporgo. I don't know. Like I wouldn't trust starting him a minute in the World Cup, and that's a tough thing to say for Henry. But he puts himself in a situation where he just gets burnt all the time. He's never healthy, or when he is healthy, he doesn't stay that long. I don't know. I think Joel Waterman's a better player. I think he would deserve to be in here. But John Herdman has proven in the past that he brings players because of roles that they can do. And like I said, Cavallini did not get into this side on form. Gutierrez was not in this side on form. And we saw the first little bit of actual bringing in a player who's on form. Brim, Edwards are two of the best Canadians that are on form. And they left out Gutierrez. They left out Fraser, even though that was, I don't know. It's not like Fraser was doing amazing in the second division in Belgium, but he was a bit of a regular there. But there's still, to me, there's two players that doesn't matter how they're performing, if they're playing, that I don't think he'll leave out. And one is Henry and one is Cavallini, which unfortunately for Joel Waterman leaves him very unfairly not getting a look. But I mean, I think it would have been a nice idea to bring, with Osorio getting out, would have been a nice little idea to maybe bring him up. But I don't know. If he's not getting called up now, I don't think he's going to have any shot really at a World Cup place unless something catastrophic happens with like Victoria. But I'm assuming he's going to find a club. What's your opinion on Adrian Simon Gill, American player, La Masia? I have no idea who that is. But he's with La Masia. That's interesting. How old is he? I feel like I would have heard Tack talk about him, but I just don't know enough about him to give an opinion. 0-0. Tristan Borges is gonna be a little livid with that missed opportunity there. McNaughton, Michael Bradley. Getting close to halftime. Getting close to halftime, guys. Hey, Dortmund guy, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're keeping well. We'll have just a nice little chat once halftime hits here. We got a couple minutes to go, and then we're just gonna answer you guys' questions in the chat. I don't think there's any minutes added on. Surprise, there's a penalty shot, but there we go. Halftime is here, ladies and gentlemen. If you're still with us, be sure to drop a like, drop a sub. It's always appreciated, and then just pepper me with some questions. We're at halftime now. Talk about the national team. Talk about the game. Talk about whatever you guys feel like. How is it still a 0-0? Yeah, I have no idea. That was a good little match. I'm not gonna lie. Like that was a lot of back and forth. There were some good chances. I thought Forge was the much better team. I'm not sure what you guys were thinking, but I thought Forge looked much better. They had the penalty shot. My man unfortunately wasn't able to bury, and this makes this one still very, very interesting leading into the second half here. I don't know if anything from the bench is gonna kind of save TFC here, because I think they need a little bit of life. Maybe I don't know. Maybe Jacob Schaffelberg could come in, spark a little light somewhere. I'm not really sure what they would do. Caden Chung maybe. Caden Chung, Lucas McNaughton are used to lifting up silverware here, so maybe there's something there. I don't know. But it was definitely a good little half. Is there a site where I can watch the game? One Soccer, my man. One Soccer is the place to go if you want to watch the game. Is Nelson playing? Jay Nelson is playing. I thought he's looked pretty decent for TFC tonight, to be honest. But, I mean, in all honesty, Forge just looked the much better team. They had the ball. They had the momentum. it looks to me like they care a little bit more than Toronto. Even though I think that Toronto are taking this match very seriously, but in all honesty, it just seems like, I don't know, there's a little grit between the teeth of Forge FC right now. They look very, very good. And unfortunately for them, they should be winning this one, and they just could not find a way to get it. But yes, Jay Nelson has looked pretty good, in my opinion, for TFC. I think McNaughton has looked pretty decent as well. But for the most part, it's been a pretty lively half. But let's head on over to Twitter, guys, and see if there's anything else from the fallout of the Canadian men's national team. Because that's some annoying stuff here. Take another look at it. Saying that the Canadian men's national team soccer team stayed off the pitch for Friday, refused to train for the World Cup, were up against Panama despite over player compensation, according to sources familiar with the matter. It's unclear whether players will appear at the scheduled training session on Saturday. It's just the worst news you could get, man. The absolute worst news. Pay your players what they want, man. They've given us so much joy. And I just don't know what... They're just dropping the ball at the worst time. Let's take a look at some of the other scores around here. Vancouver's up 1-0. No Cavallini, obviously, in this one. Gutierrez is starting again. Raposo's in there. He's maybe one to keep an eye on for the national team. Vancouver's on a little run. Don't look now. Don't look now at the Whitecaps, but they're finding a little bit of form, man. They're finding a little bit of form, getting close to a potential spot here. But we got JJD TV fans says hello. Josh, the first video I watch after I turned 16 is you. Well, happy birthday, man. Happy 16th birthday. Hope you're keeping well. Enjoying yourself. Anyone else in the chat? Let me know where you're tuning in today. Tuning in from Ontario. Watching a battle of two Ontario sides here. We see Petrillo in the one soccer with I think it was Wheeler and Platt, I'm assuming. But yeah, looking back at the penalty shot, it's a decent penalty. Sends the keeper the wrong way. It's exactly what you want to see, but then bangs it off the crossbar. So what are the stats looking like here? So that's funny because I would have assumed that Forge had more possession. These are the stats from the first half. Apparently, TFC's got 55% of the ball, Forge 45%. I felt like Hamilton had more of the better chances, and maybe that's why I kind of thought possession was a little bit more in their favor. Total shots are 8-6. One big chance was from Forge. You got to assume it's the penalty, and that was the big penalty miss. Accurate passes, 85-86. It's been a really, really close match, to be honest. Just shows how much better CF Montreal is than both of these sides right now. CF Montreal had an easy go at Forge. A bit chilly outside today, but the sun is nice. Are you in California? I can't remember. Where are you tuning in from, my friend? I can't remember where you are. For some reason, I feel like it's California, but I feel like you said chilly, so maybe not. It's kind of throwing me all over the place. But let me know tomorrow, guys, if you're going to watch the Canada-Panama match. That's one that I'm really, really excited for. Oshawa, man. It wasn't even close. So, yeah. So, no. You had someone who... Yeah, there's another viewer who's got a picture that looks like you, and he's got like a similar type of name with like the capitals, and I don't know. I messed up. You're probably wishing you're in California, though. Be a nice, but I'm wishing I was in California, but what can you do? What can you do? But yeah, I mean, not a bad little 2020 Canadian Championship final we got going on here. Platt, Petrillo, Wheeler in the booth. I think Canadians Abroad is gonna come on this one. I think, or maybe on CPL, the CPL match tomorrow. I can't remember, but got our short version of it that's going on. No, I hate California. Let me know if you guys, anyone in the chat has been to California. I've never been, but I have had quite a few friends who've been there, and they say it's busy, but they said it's pretty sweet. So hopefully one day I can check it out. I'd like to go to a Galaxy game if I was over there. If you ever watched I Love You Man, you'll know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I don't know. If I'm looking at substitution, I wouldn't touch the bench for Forge Day. I think they're doing an excellent job. I'm assuming Welshman will come in at some point, probably for one of the front three, but I wouldn't take any of them off. I think Taron Campbell's probably been the most quiet for Forge tonight. He did have one good little opportunity. Schwanier has been excellent. I think he's been the best player on the pitch. Borges has been decent. Obviously, he had the missed penalty, which is going to stick with him. Hoja reports look really, really good tonight as well. For TFC, I mean, I just simply didn't think they were like Alejandro Pozuelo has been decent, but not at the levels that we know he can be. I thought Thompson's looked decent on the right-hand side. I feel like that's where you can get a substitution in that might be able to make some type of difference. Maybe a Chara or Schaffelberg for... I'm looking at Akinola. It's probably the substitution I'd go with. And then maybe Chung on at some point. But I don't know. It's been a pretty good match so far. And if I'm Forge, I'm keeping up the exact game plan that we went in here. They were the better team. They had the better opportunities. Get the ball out to David Schwann. I mean, the weakness of TSC, as we know, is going down the fullbacks. And nothing against Thompson or Petrasso, because, I mean, both I think have had decent matches so far. But that's the weakness of this TFC side in this back four. And Schwanier has had so much fun out there tonight, leading the chances, winning the penalty. You just keep doing what you're doing, and I think that it's going to go the same kind of way. I think Forge is going to be the one to walk away with this one. I really, really do. I think they're in the better position for it. They're at home. They got momentum to get that crowd behind them there. I think Forge is going to have quite the celebration later. But I don't know. What I really am excited for, guys, is tomorrow. Panama, Canada. It's going to be so much fun. Let me know if you got any of you guys in the chat going to the game tomorrow. Is anyone here from BC? Because I think I saw something like $30 tickets, something like that. Trying to make up for the terrible Iran match that they freaking postponed. And I don't know, man. It'd be pretty fun. Let me know if you guys are going. Let me know where you're sitting. Good opportunity to watch our national team play. Hopefully get to see young Luca Kolyosho if we didn't scare him off with the nightmare of a couple of weeks that we've had here. I am going. Beautiful, my man. Beautiful. Who are you most looking forward to seeing? Probably Alphonso Davies. Is that a stupid question? Because Davies, David are probably the number 1, 2. I think Tajon Buchanan would be a really exciting player to go see him play live. Going to the game on Sunday. Are you going to both? The Curacao match as well, a little package deal there. Because tomorrow is going to be so much fun, man. I'm looking so much forward to another watch along with you guys. Taking a look at our national team, especially after seeing the group members all kind of crash and burn on the last match. It's going to give Canadians a lot of excitement. But yeah, man, out of all the excitement that we're supposed to be going into for these 3 matches, the Canadian Soccer Association issues are there. And we read them a little bit, and my thoughts on them is just, I mean, get it fixed, get it answered as soon as you can. This has been the biggest rise of interest in the sport that this country's ever seen. You got some of the most talented players that the most talented generation that this side has ever saw. You've got them to a World Cup. We're hosting one in 2026, but this one is coming up very soon. And this is your first big impression on the biggest stand to get these fans behind you, get these players behind you. Using dual nationals like Luka Kolyosho is a perfect example because I feel like ever since he joined this camp, he's just been dealing with crap after crap. And you got to imagine that if you're a player looking around, being like, this is a nightmare. Like, get your shit together. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Figure it out. Give the players what they want, or at least obviously try to get closer to what they want, because there's the compensation is the difference between 40% and 10%. They're not even in the same ballpark right now. So they have to find a way to get this going. You can't have it so the players are refusing to train and leading up to a match that's a already replacement match after you butchered one. So really, the thoughts is that this is a disaster. It truthfully is, but hopefully it can be fixed, and it can be fixed quickly. But let me know what you guys' thoughts are when you heard the earlier news. And if you guys haven't heard it, I'll put it in the chat for you guys to check out. I'm assuming most of you fans out there have. I know even Yeet has seen it. But really, it's just, I don't know. It will rub you the wrong way. And they need to figure out a way to do it. There it is. All right. So I'll put it in the chat. Any of you guys who haven't read the article, you can do so here. And yeah, let's just hope it gets figured out ASAP. Because it's the players, man. It's the players that won the interest over, that won the country over. And you got to keep them happy. And especially... Uh-oh. One Soccer just put something out. I don't know if is anyone listening to One Soccer right now, guys? It says an update on the Canadian national team versus Panama and reported negotiations for World Cup. I just retweeted it, so I can't listen to it now. But if anyone wants to, go. Anyone who's got Twitter, go check us out at TV_JJD, and you can see what we're talking about there. But yeah, most excited to go see Davies. That makes sense. Hopefully you're gonna enjoy yourself. By the way, your thoughts on Holland leaving for City? Great move for Holland. Gonna probably find a lot of success in the Premier League this season. I love Buchanan, man. I did too. I think if the next Canadian national team match I'm going to see, I mean, I got a huge soft spot for Jonathan David. I'm curious to see who you guys do. If you guys were to get a jersey of a Canadian national team player, which jersey are you guys looking for? Let me know. Because I have one. It's Jonathan David. If I was going to get another one, I think I would get a Buchanan jersey next. But the kit I have right now is David. But we're getting back underway for the second half, guys. So if you're still tuning in with us, be sure to drop a like on today's stream. How many likes are we at? I have no idea. All right, let's see if we can get to 30 likes. I think we can do. I think we can manage 30 likes. Drop a like, drop a sub, and drop your prediction in, because second half is back underway. Kolyosho is definitely committing to America. Well, I mean, after this window, I don't know if we scared him off or what's going on, but Luke Price says that he'd get a David kit. I think it's a good choice. Jonathan David. But I mean, I don't know. That Tajon Buchanan kit, that's next for me. That is next for me. I love Buchanan, but Nelson could be better if coached right. Oh, that's a big take, my man. That's a big take. I don't know about that. I think Tajon's is way farther along than Nelson is. I think Nelson's very, very young, very, very raw. I think Buchanan is like 3 years older too. So maybe I don't know, man. I don't know quite yet. I don't know quite yet if Nelson can hit that kind of height. But I mean, he's making good strides this year. He can hopefully get going with TFC. Nice little run there from Schaffelberg. They did do the substitution. Get a little bit of life. And they win a corner already. But yeah, I don't know. Not for me, man. Not for me. But hopefully Nelson one day can keep growing as a game. He's just very, very young. It's hard for me to see that. I just think Tajon Buchanan is just such a good player, especially for the Canadian national team. But how does Canada not have enough money to play? They do. I mean, it's not that they don't have enough money. I think they're just, I don't know, being cheap. Being what the Canadian Soccer Association is all about, man. I don't know. Do you want to know anything about Kuwait? Kuwait is a country. I did know that Kuwait was a country. I don't know much other than that, but I'm assuming that's where you're tuning in from, or are you, or no, maybe? I don't know. Give me a fun fact about Kuwait. But Schaffelberg, since coming on, is big opportunity there for TFC. Schaffelberg, since coming on, has already looked much, much better down that left-hand side. Looks like a switch in shape to a 4-4-2 for TFC. But Schaffelberg's only been on the pitch for like 2 minutes, and he's had a couple of really good opportunities there. Gotta be Eustachio. Eustachio's a good one too. I might be closer. If I'm gonna get 2 club kits, I think a Eustachio Porto kit is next up for me. And then wherever Laren goes, I feel like I might get a Laren kit. But now, because of Istanbul Besiktas, I don't know if I want that. So yeah, I think for me, it's Porto, it's Eustachio. That's my next club kit. And then Buchanan, Canada is probably my next Canadian kit. But here comes Michael Bradley with the outside of the boot. What a ball. Oh, Tristan Henry with some phenomenal goalkeeping right there. That was very nice. That was very nicely done. 10% of the players, that is friggin' disgusting. You read the article? Yeah, they want closer to 40, man. They're not even close. This matter should have been taken care of. They got it public. They got it ugly, and it's just, I don't know. It's not what you want to see. Here comes David Chouanier. I would definitely get a Davies kit. It's not a bad one. It's not a bad one. I feel like Davies obviously would be the most popular. I got myself, like I said, a David kit. I would probably get a black Tajon Buchanan kit. That is what's on. What's on my radar. And then the Porto kit for next season with Eustachio on it. That's on my wish list. Good little ball there. Here comes Soseldo. Oh, what a run. Oh, but a terrible ball. Yeah, that's true. I'm from Kuwait. Fun fact. We have a lot of... Well, welcome to the chat, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Cheers from Canada. Watching the Canadian Championship final between Hamilton Forge and TFC. My closest CPL side and my closest MLS side. Going head-to-head here. Hamilton was about 80 kilometers closer to where I live. So, I mean, they're technically my hometown club here. Has a nice little ball. Finds Morgan. Lucas McNaughton once again. Canadian dual nats, seeing the money issue and running away. That's the biggest thing that I'm taking away from this. Seeing the comparison. Luka Kolyosho just had a very open look at to what the money situation is like for the US as well as Canada. And it's not looking good for us. Let's be completely honest here, man. Let's be honest. It's not. Got Kyle Becker coming in. Swings one in. Curious to see where this one's going to break. Atiba Hutchinson would be a good kit. That's probably the right answer. If I was going to give a right answer out here to someone, man, that's probably the one I would look at. And Atiba Hutchinson Canada kit would be beautiful. Here comes Borges. Nice ball. Oh, Becker couldn't get there. What do you think about Jervenko's time with Toronto? I thought it was sensational. He was so good for TFC. He completely turned this franchise around, man. Got them relevant, brought them so much success. Any TFC fan would probably say that. Like he changed the game in Toronto. So they're probably hoping Lorenzo Insigne is going to be able to do that as well. Insigne's first match. I don't know exactly when it's going to be. I don't know exactly when Toronto's going to get him. I feel like it's going to be after July. So I'm not sure what stretch of game in there that they may look to get him, but Lorenzo Insigne is a big signing for Toronto. But here comes. Watched the TFC game last month for the first time. It was against FC Cincinnati. They lost 2-1, but dang, it was electric. Oh, that's good. I remember they played. I believe they played Cincinnati back-to-back matches and they lost both. Did not look good. Because Cincinnati was brutal last year, and they figured it out a little bit this season. I don't think there's any denying that. Can't wait for Insigne to come. Yeah, it's a big man. It's a big player to come to the MLS. Lorenzo Insigne is huge. Big Italian population as well, and for Toronto. If you guys watched Italy win the Euros, you'll know that. So it seems like a bit of a little match made in heaven there. I think he's gonna be very good. But we've got a corner kick coming up. It's Alejandro Pozuelo, and it's defended really well. I wish the U.S. men's national team would let me make their kits. Our kits suck. Yeah, I mean, for Canada's, I just think the black ones are the coolest. I have their most up-to-date one, the new red one with the little weird sleeves on it. I think those are nice. There's something about those black kits. I think they look so good. For me, and for a lot of Middle Easterns, I don't know Toronto FC before Shevchenko. Would you follow like the Saudi Arabian league at all? Because obviously, like Shevchenko left TFC, went to Al Hilal. I believe he did relatively well there. I'm curious to see in Kuwait if is that how you knew of Shevchenko, or am I just way off? I have no idea. But yeah, I mean, Shevchenko did so much for this city. And just brought Toronto a lot of success. So I'm sure any TFC fan in the chat would tell you how much he meant to this city when he was here, and they're hoping to get a little bit of the same from Insigne, because it's difficult to do. It's because he's a big name doesn't mean Insigne is going to come here, because this Toronto side is still a lot wrong with it, to be honest. Because like I said, in my opinion, they're getting outplayed by Forge tonight. Though, to be fair, they have looked better in the second half so far. Michael Bradley's off. Michael Bradley. Those were 3 big players that TFC brought in, though. Big players. Brought in Shevchenko, brought in Michael Bradley, and brought in Josie Altidore, and that just completely changed what that team was, man. They were so good. Yeah, of course. I'm a Halal fan, by the way. Look at that. Okay, so it wasn't a bad shout. But I knew him much before he came to our region. Very cool. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Al Hilal just climbed to the back or the top of the table. They were trailing against Al. I don't know how to pronounce the name. It's a club with the yellow badge. But they were leading the league for a long time, and Al Hilal has climbed back up there. Have you ever been to an Al Hilal match? Oh, Jimenez. I met a buddy who's from Saudi Arabia who's in my program, and he went to a bunch of matches over in Saudi Arabia. He went to the team that's in second place, however you pronounce it. He's a fan of them, and he goes to games all the time. He said they got like a 60,000 person stadium. He said it's a lot of fun. Bradley's never awful. He eats remembering the good times from Michael Bradley. I think the whole Canadian Soccer Association thing these next few months are going to be really telling on whether or not there's going to be a shakeup. Come David Chouanier. The players want better. The fans want better. Make it happen. A lot of frustration is the biggest thing I saw. Once these reports started coming back out again, It was just kind of like a deja vu thing. Except when this was happening in the past, I mean, the media wasn't there, the coverage wasn't there, the team wasn't there. It's just how the Canadian Soccer Association was. It was just kind of a nightmare on top of nightmare. Now we have the interest. Now we have the more and more fans, the growing fans, better team that we could ever imagine. That's a good cut there. Oh, it's a good tackle. Find Schaffelberg. Akinola. Nice ball. Oh, what a goal. Oh, what a goal. Alejandro Pozuelo. I think that was with the left. That was a good hit. TFC take the lead. A lot of red at Tim Hortons Field. No denying that. But Jimenez did a really good tackle there. Schaffelberg put it out to Akinola. Put it right along. Nice little touch. And that was with the left from Alejandro Pozuelo. Absolutely smacked that in. That was a good hit. That was clean in. And TFC take the 1-0 lead. Let me know in the chat, guys. You guys happy or sad? Put an L or W, depending if you're happy or sad that Toronto just took the lead here. It's a really good hit. Just so unfortunate, man. Tristan Borges is going to be kicking himself. The missed penalty in the first half could be such a different game. Yeet Eat's pretty pumped. MLS over CPL. Well, I mean, the CPL sides at least show that they can compete, man. Here comes Borges. Wins himself a corner. Yeet Eat says W. Yeah, it's a miracle to be top on the table after. That's how you do it. Ittihad. Ilahad. I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. Wasn't first since the 4th round. Yeah, I remember there was a big lead. Big lead. Plays it short from Becker. Poor ball from Borges. But if you guys are still with us, be sure to drop a like. Let's see if we can get over to 30 likes. Have we hit 30 likes yet, guys? I don't know if we have, but if you are still with us, drop a like. Drop a sub, too, if you're new to the channel. And let me know how you're enjoying the Canadian Championship final. That's a good ball. Borges to make amends. Oh, and he does. Tristan Borges really makes amends for the missed penalty now. That's Antoine Griezmann-like. Missed the penalty in the final, but still find a way. Even though Carrasco scored in the final, but you guys get my point. He still played very well in the remainder of that match. What a goal. Is that Taron Campbell who whipped that ball in? Sissoko? Nice touch. Borges with the hit. Outside of the foot, too. Ugh. That was a rocket. Hamilton. See the crowd just blow up there. One. Game back on. Tim Hortons Field. How many teams do you know in the Middle East? I mean, again, my pronunciation of them is brutal, but I know most. I don't think there's a league that if you said a name I wouldn't know much about. Saudi Arabia, Qatar. Trying to think what other big ones. At least sides in Asia. Like, I mean, I was relatively familiar with the Chinese Super League before it blew up in its own face. Probably Saudi Arabia is the one I keep the most eye on. I think it's a decent league and a lot of big players go over there. Talisca is over there. Who's he playing for at Talisca? He's playing for Al. Am I thinking that right? Al Nazar, yes. Schaffelberg. Oh, nicely done. Jacob Schaffelberg. Making things interesting around the 60th minute. 1-1. Ford deserved that goal. I'm glad they've seen a couple in the final so far. And here comes Tristan Borges once again. And he gets a foul. And a first yellow card of the game going to Alejandro Pozuelo. Livid. Toronto getting robbed. 1-1. Tosco playing for Al Nazar. Yes. Yes, he was. I couldn't remember for a second. I think they're third maybe in the league. Talisca was playing at Besiktas. Then he went over to Evergrande, or however you pronounce that name, in China. And then he went over to Saudi Arabia, where he's making some good money. David Chouanier. You got James Rodriguez over there as well. I don't think he's still playing, though, if I remember correctly. He's in Qatar, but I don't think that he's still playing. Sissoko gets absolutely bullied down. It's been a pretty entertaining final, though. I've enjoyed it. I think the fans look like they really enjoyed it at Tim Hortons Field right now. Good, decent numbers out there. Does anyone in the chat know what the recent numbers are looking like at the Canada game tomorrow? Because obviously, I'm pretty sure it sold out pretty quickly for Iran, and once that whole nightmare happened, I don't know. There's a big ticketing issue as well. So I'm just curious to see if anyone out there knows what the or has heard what the capacity is looking like. Because I still felt like there's a bunch of tickets, but I don't know if it was that ticketing issue or if they just simply haven't been able to sell out. But it should be a good one. We got Curacao. We got Honduras as well. Two pretty tough matches. Oh, no foul on Jimenez. Playing it on David Chouanier, who I think has been the man of the match tonight so far. Jimenez is pretending that he's injured to gain a lot of money without doing anything. Yeah, that sounds like him, man. I'm surprised he went out there in the first place. I mean, I didn't see that ending very well. Do you follow the UAE league? Caden Chung coming in for Petrasso. Caden Chung, good familiar face to see come on into this this match. Tim Hortons Field, him and McNaughton had a lot of success with Pacific, winning the North Star Shield last time they were here. So that's, a little good omen to bring in. I gotta say though, Pacific were playing better than Toronto was. Borges did really well. Tristan Borges. Oh, it's such good work from Borges there, man. Nice little ball to David Chouanier. Let me know your guys' thoughts while I have you guys here. I always get asked this question, so I'm curious in the chat. Just put a yes or a no. Would you ever like to see TFC, whether you think it's realistic or not, because I don't think it'll ever happen. There's just way too much money in the MLS. It just, in my opinion, just simply won't happen. But would you like to see TFC, Montreal, and Vancouver join the CPL one day? Expand it, try to get it to at least like a 12 to 16 team league and have the big guns join. Let me know, yes or no in the chat, if you'd ever like to see that. I get asked that all the time, and I always say, I'm kind of torn. I kind of say no for a couple of reasons. Is one, I know it's not going to happen, and two, the quality of playing in the MLS and helping a lot of our Canadians develop has been massive, and that would hurt us to get rid of it. But at the same time, it would do really well to help grow our league in Canada. But like I said, it's not going to be an option. But I get asked that question a lot, so I'm just curious to see what you guys would think. What was the question? The question was if you would like to see Toronto, Vancouver, and Montreal join the MLS, or leave the MLS to join the Canadian Premier League. But Tristan Borges comes off after pretty decent match. I mean, he scored a goal, really nice goal. Missed a penalty as well. He got a yellow card on his way out for taking his time. Pacius comes on for him. Pacius is a good little young player. Good little goal scorer as well. It was an interesting 66 minutes there for Tristan Borges, missing a penalty but scoring a beautiful goal later on. Still 1-1. Caden Chung's playing out on the left-hand side. Yeet says yes. Schwanier can't keep that in. Well, I know nothing about your soccer, so I can't answer. That's fair. That's fair. I understand. Alejandro Pasuelo playing so deep today. He's had so many times he's literally the last man. Just wants the ball at all costs. Good little touch. Nice little run. A little bit of open space here for Toronto. Nice back. Akinola looking for Schaffelberg. Oh, that was poor. Michael Bradley. Akinola uses his hand. And a yellow card coming up for Akinola as well. Hey, yo, Akinola. Peeing the ref right off. Can I pronounce your name? Do you want? Again, you're gonna make me butcher it, but I will give it an attempt if you want. Well, I mean, the first one, Mohammed Alajami. Pronunciation isn't my strong suit, my man. So hopefully I was close. Aljami, Mohammed Aljami. I don't know. Probably butchered it. I'm sorry. I think it would be great if the MLS could add some more Canadian cities like Calgary and or Ottawa. I think the CPL also has. Yeah, I mean, there's two things for that. I mean, one, the MLS will never add another Canadian team. The possibility is much higher for them losing any of the MLS teams than gaining it. But in reality, I think the MLS is happy with Toronto, Montreal, and Vancouver. They'll never add. They'll never. Their goal is to grow the sport in America. They don't really care. I think they're happy with where it is. I don't know whatever happened if they would try to leave. I don't know how that situation go, but I can almost promise you, unfortunately, whether you're looking for that or not, there will be no Canadian teams joining the MLS ever again, in my opinion. Take that of what you will. But yeah, I mean, expansion at some point is going to be inevitable for the CPL. It's a good ball. Taron Campbell's in alone. Taron Campbell. No. Campbell, man. Oh, man. Taron Campbell, you got to bury that. Oh, it's frustrating. But yeah, for me, just off the top of the bat, and let me know what kind of CPL sides you would like to see get expanded one day. It's a really good opportunity there for Taron Campbell, man. He's got to bury that. But I think Quebec's probably number one on my list. I would like to see like London, Kitchener. I know I'm stacking up in the Ontario, but I mean, let's be honest, that's where a lot of the population is. I think there's going to probably be one, if not, there's one more already coming in BC. There's probably going to be another one at one point in BC. Maybe replace Edmonton. You can't find a way to get the numbers up there, but where else? I don't know. Newfoundland, would that be a weird one? Prediction for the U.S. men's national team, Uruguay game. My friend. Let me know your guys' thoughts as well. Thoughts and prediction. Yeet, what are you saying, man? This is right up your wheelhouse. Uruguay against U.S. I'm going to say 2-0 Uruguay. Just don't have faith. Sorry, U.S. Sorry to our US supporters. I was pretty close. Good. Good. I had a feeling I'd probably really butcher it. David Chouanier. Oh, man. Forge is finding so many good opportunities. Taron Campbell had a 1v1. They had a missed penalty. Like, Forge should be winning this match. It's insane that they're not. I think it'd be so cool to see them lift up the title at home. Look at Becker. It's a good little hit there. Decent distance out. Easy, relatively easy save. Thoughts on Ali Musi of Calgary FC? Do you think he can play in the MLS one day? I was a big fan of Ali Musi. I put him in my I had to do something for One Soccer and put together a best starting 11 of performances so far this season. Ali Musi was in mine. I was really impressed with Ali Musi this year. I believe he just got his international future. Is he playing for Somalia? Did I get that right? He just I don't know if he got called up or he just committed to them. Nicely done by Taron Campbell. Really well done. Good Forge, finding so much time and space. David Chouanier deserves a goal tonight. Oh, he runs into Michael Bradley. But yeah, I mean, I think he's a good enough player to play in the MLS one day. But I've really enjoyed watching him this season. I think he's looked really, really good. Sissoko is down right now. Doesn't look too thrilled with that. Yeah, he plays for Somalia. He has 6 caps with us. Nice. So how many countries are you connected to, my man? I think you just told me that you were in. Oh, where did you just tell me you were? Did they say Zambia? Is that what you said? Or like Liberia? And then you live in England. You like Canada. Somalia as well. You're a little jack of all trades when it comes to national team countries. So who's your number one? If there's a World Cup and all your countries were in it, which one would you be cheering for? St. John's would be a great atmosphere city like the CPL. I'd also say Charlottetown, yeah, or Summerside. Quebec City, maybe. Winnipeg would be good too. Also Regina. Yeah, it's curious to see where they're gonna go. I mean, I'm curious to see where this league's gonna go. If the interest is gonna keep up, the expansion can keep happening. Those are all decent shouts. We got Welshman coming in. Good little moment for him. Sissoko comes off. Looked pretty frustrated. Had a good little opportunity towards the end there. But Welshman's going to come on. Good little addition there for Ford. See if they can get one late. Otherwise, we're going to be going to extra time. After the TFC versus Wanderers match, there's talk of Halifax getting a more permanent pitch for their team. Well, I mean, they deserve it. I think the fan base in Halifax has done such an incredible job. I followed them on LinkedIn, and I see that they got a bunch of awards throughout the year for the really good job that they did. So I think it's pretty cool to see. So I don't know. Halifax has found a winning system there with the Wanderers. So I was born in Kenya. My parents are from Somalia, but I was raised in the UK from the age of 1, my guy. Okay. All right. Very cool. A lot of connections to them. But you need to give me one, man. There are all those countries that you potentially would cheer for. Who's your number one? Who's your number one? And if there's a World Cup, all the countries that you're connected to are in it. Who are you cheering for? Which jersey are you rocking? But very cool. Somalia is a cool country. That's cool. Now, Ali Musi is obviously a cool one to keep an eye on as well. It's a good ball. What do you think about Kalini's move to the MLS? I mean, I don't know. I watched him in that game against Argentina, man. He's not the same player, obviously. He was, but I mean, it's a good move. They got him on a TAM deal. It's Chiellini. He's gonna bring something. But I don't know. LAFC is in a good position. Add a little bit of depth. It's not good for Daniel Henry. Anyone who knows, Daniel Henry has not had a lot of minutes this year. I basically just see him getting his minutes getting absolutely stolen there from Chiellini. But Chiellini will probably run into some injuries, as will Henry. But it's not a bad. It's a weird move. But Morgan just picks up a yellow card, taking down Schaffelberg. If I had to choose one team to see in the World Cup, it would be Somalia, without a doubt. But our federation is corrupt, is under investigation from FIFA, so let's hope that they do something. Interesting. Is that why you keep a special eye on Ali Musi? How does he rate in the Somalia lineup? Is he one of your better players? I really enjoy watching him. I think he's an excellent player. Nice ball. Ashton Morgan's had a pretty good game, actually. I don't know if anyone has noticed that. Quietly from left back, I thought he's had a pretty good game. Probably he was excited to take on TSC, but I thought he's looked good today. Chiellini's going to get exposed in MLS when he has to play Atlanta. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think the move's a little weird at his age, 37 years old, TAM deal, heading to beautiful California. I don't know. It's a weird one for me. I mean, it's a great move for LAFC getting a player like Chiellini, whether he becomes useful or not, but you get him on a TAM deal. Obviously, such an experienced player. I don't know. It's interesting. Yeah, Ali Mufsi walks into our starting 11. A couple players in MLS as well. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know many players. The only player I literally could probably name that's on Somalia is Ali Musi. Little opportunity there for TFC. I'm cheering for Canada until they're out, but I'm rooting for Argentina to take it all the way for a non-incumbent UEFA team to win it, which I know is a long shot. Yeah, it's a decent shout. It's a decent shout. I think I picked Argentina too at the beginning of the season. I think I said that Argentina is my pick to win the World Cup. Akinola substituted off. An okay match for him, I guess. Didn't do too much. But we're at the 78th minute, still 1-1. For me, I would go behind KSA is Saudi Arabia, right? I'm pretty sure. Obviously, it doesn't look like Saudi Arabia KSA, but I'm pretty sure if memory serves correctly, that's what it means. I'm pretty sure. Hafif is also Somalia, but plays for Qatar, unfortunately for us. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Hafif is from Somalia. Oh, good little opportunity there. Easy save for Tristan Henry. I had no idea. That's interesting. Dual nationals, it's so cool to see where some players could play. If you look at that, the France national team, just about every player has a different country they could have represented. But yeah, I had no idea that Hafif was his dad played for our national team. Interesting. The more you know. The more you know. Boo, the Canadian Soccer Association. Assuming you saw the news, my man. I know. It's just disappointing news. It just truthfully is. Let's hope they can figure it out, though. Suriname scored. Got a lot of people hitting me up on Twitter, not happy with the Canadian Soccer Association tonight, and I don't blame them. I'm so excited to watch our national team play tomorrow, guys. Hafif was born in Qatar. His dad is of Somalian descent, I think. The more you know, man. I did not know that. Did not know that. He's a little baller, though. I watched him, obviously, at the Gold Cup. Watched him win the Asian Cup as well for Qatar. He's a good player. I think he had a spell at Villarreal. He played in Belgium too, but he went back. He's in the Qatari league, I believe, playing for Al Sadd. Oh, Morgan can get there. Look at him turn on the afterburners. Morgan's got a little bit of speed. He's playing a really good game. Dual nationals have become a major factor in teams around the globe for the last 10 to 15 years. They're only going to become more important as time goes on. It's always been such an interesting topic for me. And one of the biggest controversies is naturalizing a player. I don't know if you guys kept up to date with when China was doing that with all those Brazilians. It was literally atrocious. Oh, what a ball. Jimenez, can he get there? Woo. But they're literally like, if you lived in the country, I can't remember what the rule was, but if you lived in the country for 5 years, then you could represent that national team. So like a couple of Brazilians did it for Ukraine, like Marlos, I believe, was one. Can't pronounce his name. It's Moraes or something like that. But then the Brazilians were getting bought by the Chinese Super League teams for crazy amounts of money, paying them a lot of money, coming to play in China for 5 years, naturalizing them, and then giving them a new name. Now they're Chinese, like Ilksen and Ricardo Goulart, Allen. Had a bunch of Brazilians. It was just a nightmare. Like I don't think that should be a rule. Over a certain age, not as a kid. Oh, Pasillas. I think if you're like over 20 or something, then you can't just live in a country for 5 years and play. But I don't know. It can be a touchy subject too. I just don't like that rule. I think as a kid growing up, developing in a country like that, it's different. But I think once you hit an age, like Diego Costa is another example. He was like 26 or whatever, and then he had the opportunity to represent Brazil. He's got no Spanish in him whatsoever. And then he picked Spain because he thought they were better, I think. I don't really know why he picked Spain, and then they sucked. I don't know. It's just weird. Weird. I don't like that rule. But we got a corner kick coming up. It's Kyle Becker to take. Oh! Huge opportunity once again. Yeah, he's one of the best players in Asia. Hafif really deserves to play in Europe. Yeah, he went to Villarreal. He was too good for that league. I can't lie. Qatar has quite a few players that are naturalized from Portugal. Didn't know that either. Favorite dual Nash is Yunus Musa. That's a poor corner from Becker. Not counting Pulisic. Oh, Schaffelberg turns on the burners. 2v2. Oh, that's poor. No foul. Tells him to get up. Ref's letting him play. Nice ball. Welshman. Campbell. Chouanier. Oh, he's got to hit it. Becker. Oh, man, forges all over him. Oh, there's no end product. Yeah, Pedro, the right back from Portugal. Costa played at Atletico Madrid. Yeah, he did. I just meant like I didn't like the fact that like I don't know how to describe it. Like I feel like growing up and maybe having a country like be a part of your like earlier development, but I mean like he doesn't have an attachment to Spain. He was like 25. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not. I just thought it was funny that Diego Costa would have been the best striker for Brazil. He's Brazilian, and the World Cup was hosted in Brazil, and he chose to represent a country that he's got no attachment against. He didn't move there when he was a kid. He moved there and literally just spent enough time, and then got booed in Brazil, and then Spain failed miserably. I don't know. It was a weird example, but like I don't know. It's one of those. I don't know. It's a weird rule. It's a weird rule. I mean, he's too good to play in the Qatari league. He's way too good to play in Asia, not just Qatar. For example, for Qatar, the strikers Almos Ali was born in Sudan but plays for Qatar. I think I did know he was born in Sudan. I knew that there was an interesting because I looked on Transfermarkt and he had an interesting flag beside him as a dual national, so I forgot where it was. Yeah, I don't know. It's a very interesting topic. I like the dual national topic, but looks like McNaughton got a bloody nose, man. When he comes to Hamilton, the man gets beaten on. Maybe Costa really did want to play with Spain. Well, I mean, he obviously did. He chose Spain. I just thought it was super weird. He's Brazilian. You know how Brazilians are about the it's the sport, man. Like World Cup in Brazil, he would have been a much better striker than Fred. He could have maybe even helped that Brazilian team to do a little bit more. And then he's like, no, I'm going to play for Spain. And then they got knocked out in the first. And they got knocked out in the group stage. So I just thought that was a weird one. Hani Mukhtar is also Sudan. Hopefully he plays for them. William Akio is, I think he's played a couple matches for South Sudan. You're fluent? That's very cool. I speak one language. It's English. And that is it. I wish I could speak other languages. Very cool trait to have. But if you guys are still with us, guys, be sure to drop a like and a sub if you guys are new to the channel. Be sure to comment as well. We got different language going on in the chat. I can't understand it, but I see that there's a heart beside it, so I like that. 1-1, 88th minute. Is this thing going the distance? Nice ball. I don't think Akio featured in for South Sudan. I could be wrong, though. I thought all Canadians spoke French. Not even close. Now, I don't know if anyone in the chat can get this statistic or know what it is. In the population of Canada, guys, how many do you think are fluent in French? Man, like I don't know. Whatever my guess would be, the population of like Quebec and Ottawa, maybe. I don't know. I don't even know if that's a stretch. I don't even know what that would be. But no, I'd say the vast majority of Canadians can't speak French. But if any other Canadians in the chat want to correct me if they think I'm wrong, or give me a percentage of how many you think can speak French, I'd be very curious. Because I don't know, no one I know can speak French. No one. There's not a single person like I grew up with around my area that can speak French. You take it in school, but if you're like me, you're a bad student and didn't pick up any of it, let alone enough to be fluent. But here comes Jacob Schaffelberg. That's a nice ball. Oh, I think we're gonna be seeing a little bit extra time here, man. 29%. I think that's a fair guess. Fair guess. Like, there's definitely, I mean, most of Quebec, I would assume, can speak fluent in French. There's a lot in the Windsor area that I know can. Ottawa as well. But at least where I'm from, majority can't. I only found that French was an official language in Canada. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. It's a really funny stat, because it's just you would assume that more people would speak it, but I can't understand a word of it. I had a bad French teacher growing up, so nothing stuck. Keylor Navas is captaining Costa Rica versus New Zealand. Brian Ruiz has COVID. Ooh. You think Ruiz would have started anyways? I mean, the man's on his last legs. Belgian players know a lot of languages. They do. So same as the Netherlands, I'd say. I went to the Netherlands when I went over to Europe, and someone told me that they speak up to 6 languages, like fluently. I don't know if I can name them all. French, Dutch, English. I don't know. Lukaku knows 9 languages. There were 6. There's 6 that when I went over there, and that was the number I was hearing a lot. They say most people from Belgium and the Netherlands can speak like at least 6 languages. So I don't know what the other ones are. That is wild to me. So impressive. I can speak one. Uno. When I first heard Jonathan David speak, he doesn't sound Canadian. Is that when he was speaking French? Because he speaks French very well. He's obviously like fluent in Spanish and French. It sounds more French than anything else. Brazil goes on. McNaughton comes off. Tough one for him. I have like 8 public schools in my area in Ontario. Only 1 is French teaching school. So yeah, at 29%, I'd say it's close. Yeah, there's a French school around where I'm from, about a 20-minute drive. But I mean, yeah, there's probably in that same like 30-minute radius, maybe there's like 50 schools and 2 speak French. Belgium has French, Dutch, and German. Yeah, German's another language. That's a good ball. Onside, Taryn Campbell. Is he going to win it for Forge here? Very late in the match. Oh, is he going to do it? No, he's not. Oh. My girlfriend gave a good effort at learning Spanish. She used Duolingo quite a bit. My aunt lives in Mexico, so we go there quite a bit. And having someone be able to speak the language is very handy. So she took it into her own to learn a little Spanish, and she did a really good job at it. But she doesn't. If you don't keep it up and you don't live in it, I feel like it's very difficult to keep. But I'm absolutely not a language expert, so I'm assuming some of you guys in the chat would probably know a little bit more than I would. But the 94 minutes have been played, or 30 seconds away from being played. So it's looking like this one isn't just going to end in regulation. Decent ball. Looks like they're just going to kill off the clock. Hamilton, Toronto, 1-1 in the Canadian Championship final. 10 seconds to go. Caden Chung. Oh, really? Look at David Chouanier go, man. He's had such a good game. Taryn Campbell. Nice ball. This is such an open match, too. Taking a look. Oh, he dies, but no, it's not going to give it. Not going to give it. Westberg's just pointing at Campbell. Like, get your butt up. There it is. The 90's over. I don't have any idea. Does anyone know? Is it going to extra time or are we going straight to pens? Because I have zero idea. I'm not listening to the sound. And I didn't even think of that beforehand. I think it's going straight to spot kicks. I think we got to see a quick shootout here, man. Not bad. If you guys are still with us in the chat, guys, drop a like. I just turned on the sound very quickly there, so I think we're gonna see some spot kicks. I'm down with that. It goes straight to pens. Is that what you guys are thinking? What happened to the Canadian national team? Player compensation is the big issue. And apparently, guys, the Canadian national team players didn't take the field on Friday. They want about 40%, and apparently they've been offered 10. So just a brutal negotiations that's going on right there. So I'm curious to see how it happens. Hopefully they give the players what they deserve. But it's not the scenes that you want leading up to camp, man. And we have a U.S. men's national team dual national in there as well. So his experience so far is seeing this, that the Iran scheduled friendly was a disaster. It was canceled. It's been replaced last second by a Panama match. That there's been issues with payment. That he looks over to his other potential national team in the U.S. seeing what they're getting paid. He's probably thinking, what am I doing? So not the best impression we're showing to young Luca Kolyosho. Canada has 22.8% French speakers and 17.9% fully bilingual. Taking into account the fact that the French speakers tend to have a higher percentage. A third. That's interesting. It's more than I thought, to be honest. Around 33-ish%. Dortmund fan, which team do you support besides Dortmund? I keep a special little eye on Dortmund, on Chelsea, and Atletico Madrid. But realistically, over the last like 2-3 years, I've mainly just watched the Canadian men's national team players. So I watch a lot of Bayern. I watch a lot of Lille, more Lille than I would like. So hopefully Jonathan David goes elsewhere. I watch a lot of Besiktas. A lot of watch this season. I haven't really missed a Galaxy game. I'm watching a lot of Raheem Edwards. Glad to see him back in the national team. But yeah, the main threes is Bayern, Lille, and Besiktas in terms of who I watch. Kolyosho saw the U.S. win 3-0. While he's not getting paid, they had to cancel the game. Yeah, no, we're gonna hope that Kolyosho has blinded by love when he sees what Alphonso Davies, Jonathan David, some real stars in front of his face. He's gonna love it, man. He's gonna love it. I'm still half curious whether we're going to spot kicks here if we have extra time. No, it looks like we're going to we're seeing a shootout, ladies and gentlemen. The U.S. men's national team gave you guys a dual net. I mean, he's still got the ability to switch back. So that's why, Luka Kolyosho, I'm a little worried because I don't think, from what I understand, we haven't given him a very good impression. But I don't know. Maybe he's happy with that. Maybe he likes what he sees. I don't know. It's way too early to obviously tell. But oh, Luka, you're not even close. Come on. You take Davies and David over Pulisic and Gio any day. Giovanni Reyna is a Band-Aid. And Davies is world class. Come on. I do love Gio though, but he is a Band-Aid. He needs to figure out how to stay healthy. The Dortmund staff needs to figure out a way to keep him healthy because he has got a huge, huge ceiling, but he just can't stay healthy, man. The only province in Canada that is officially bilingual, and that's New Brunswick. I did not know that. I don't know a lot about my own country. Gio is a stud. All right, first kick is up. We are in the shootout, ladies and gentlemen. The Canadian Championship final will be decided in a shootout. Jimenez is the first taker for TFC against Tristan Henry. And it's 1-0 for Toronto. As cool as you'd like. It was a good penalty. Whew. It was a good penalty. Nice, calm. Sends Henry the wrong way. 1-0 for Toronto. Let me know in the chat, guys, while you're here. Who do you want to win this one? Get your comments in. I'm still going for Forge. I got my deep down little love there. Come on. They got to bring it home. Reyna's washed. Johnson coming up for Forge. Look at that tattoo, man. I didn't realize it was a little bit purple there. That's a good penalty as well. This was a really entertaining game, to be honest. There was so much back and forth. It was wide open match. Janssen makes it 1-1 on the night. Good penalty, both sides. Don't think he will switch, to be honest. He has a tough groups to break into the U.S. men's national team. He does. But he's still a young player, man. He's 17. There's a lot of growth to happen, and he's just had his first debut in La Liga, so we'll have to wait and see. But we have Salcedo coming up to take the next penalty for TFC. Sotelo got swapped for Salcedo. The Mexican center back. On DP money. And he absolutely puts it home. It's a good pen. Ryan Gauld wins it for the Whitecaps with a pen in the 90th minute. Look at the Whitecaps go, man. Again, they're finding it got really hot last year. They found a little bit of form this year as well. The TFC up 2-1 in the shootout, and we have Taron Campbell, my boy. Taron Campbell's one of my favorite players to watch last season. Big signing for Forge. He had a 1v1 opportunity for Forge earlier on. The lefty comes up. That's a good penalty as well for Campbell. 2-2 on the night. I never found out, but do pens count as goals for a player's stats? No, they do not. No, they do not. But it's 2-2. Score a goal in a shootout, it doesn't count for your stats. But Terry Campbell keeps his cool, makes it 2-2 on the night. Who's coming up next for TFC? Tristan Henry. Oh, he misses it. Advantage. Advantage Forge. Advantage Forge. Kerwin puts it wide. Oh, the young man sends Tristan Henry the wrong way, but just outside. That's a big miss, man. That's a big miss. Hamilton's turn to make it 3-2. Feel for the young man. It's a tough one. It was a decent pen. It was just a little outside. But now Hamilton has the opportunity to make it 3-2. Oh, and he does. Everyone has gone to the left-hand side of Westberg. But CS with a beautiful penalty. I think the celebrations are going to be loud in Hamilton. Look at that pen, man. Inside, as cool as you like. Westberg's hoping someone's going to switch up their mind. Someone's going to go to the right. Henry's coming up. Is that Alejandro Pozuelo? Is he taking the fourth? He is. Are we going to see a Panenka? What do you think? If I'm Tristan Henry, man, I'm standing still. I'm going to assume that Pozuelo, after that rocket he scored, has got the cojones to sit up there and do a Panenka. Another ball comes on the pitch. Alejandro Pozuelo. Oh, what a penalty, man. What a penalty from Pozuelo. That was very nice. I still, if I was Tristan Henry, I mean, he gets the right way. That is a perfect penalty. Post and in. Fully stretched. Tristan Henry cannot get there. Keeps TFC alive. 3-3. Kyle Becker's up. Against his former team. The captain. Against Westberg. Oh, it's a terrible penalty. It is a terrible penalty. Oh, Kyle Becker, man. Oh, it's a bad pen. Foot's off the line. And actually, his foot looked like it was off the line. I don't know if they retake that or not. Doesn't look like it. Looked like he was just off the line a little bit there. Westberg got lucky. 3-3, though. Basically in sudden death now. A miss apiece. Getting a little nervy. Getting a little nervy. Oh, that's a cool penalty, man. That's a cool penalty. Oh, that was cheeky. That was cheeky. Just look at the drag. Yep. And there we go. Waits for Henry to move just an inch. Misses it. If Forge don't score this, it is good night. 4-3 for Toronto. A miss apiece right now. Forge have to score to stay alive. And it's David Chouanier. He better score. He's had an unbelievable game tonight. I thought he was probably the best player on the pitch. Oh, and Chouanier, man. Good penalty as well. Good penalty as well. And now we head to the true extra time. We go to the players who do not want to take the shot. You had your top five. And now we move on to the nervy ones. Cool. If you guys are just joining us, be sure to drop a like on the stream. Drop a sub if you guys are new to the channel. And let me know in the chat who you're cheering for tonight. Are you team TFC? Are you Forge? Do you care? Do you not care? I want Forge, just, the CPL little story there. Hometown team. It's fine. We got Thompson up. He looks very nervous, man. This kid looks like he's very nervous, but he buries it, man. I don't think that was the nicest penalty. It was relatively high. If Henry could have got the right way, like, he probably should have saved that. It was hit with power, though. Advantage Toronto once again, 5-4 in the penalty shootout. We got a little TFC love in the chat. Well, they have the advantage right now. Comes down to this. Come on, extend it. We want to see a long shootout here. I know we do. Oh! Not in? Oh, no. Oh, he goes bar down, but it doesn't go in. And Toronto FC and Bob Bradley sneak out with the 2020 Canadian Championship. Oh, that's tough for Forge fans. Damn, that's tough. They're rubbing Michael Bradley's head. It was a good pen. It went barred down and just did not find a way in. Look at that. Nope. Westberg celebrates. Vamos. Wayne Rooney's excited. Oh, no. And that's it. Congratulations to Toronto FC. They are the winners of the famous Hot Tub Time Machine 2020 Canadian Championship. Caden Chung, Lucas McNaughton have success at Tim Hortons Field once again. Borges missed a penalty earlier in the match. It went 1-0 with an Alejandro Pozuelo beautiful hit for Toronto FC. And then Borges redeemed himself to make it 1-1, sent to a penalty shootout. And Toronto found a way through. Really exciting game, guys. Truthfully, it was. Like, that was a good game back and forth. If you guys watched it, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We have a watch along tomorrow as well. Canada, Panama. It's the big one. The national team is back. I am absolutely buzzing for it. I'm really, really excited. I hope you guys are as well. Hopefully we'll see you guys tomorrow for the watch along. There's been a bit of an issue with the Canadian Soccer Association, but we're hoping that they figure it out because, it needs to. But Toronto FC is the winner of the Canadian Championship. Big shout out to them. It was a good match. It was a really exciting match. I enjoyed it. I think Forge deserved to win out in the regular 90. It was a decent shootout as well. It was an entertaining match. I know the games a lot might not have mattered as much, but I wanted to show it a little bit of love. So we came on here, did a little watch along, but we'll be back tomorrow for the game. Be sure on your way out, guys, to drop a like as always. Drop a sub as well if you're new to the channel. And hopefully I will see you tomorrow as we cheer on the Canadian national team. Until next time, guys, take care and we'll talk to you soon. Cheers, friends.